Hey, how's it going out there, folks? Welcome back here to a Friday night, just about 10 p.m. here, California time. California, still got my voice. November 15th, 2024. Latest activity shows a 3.0 earthquake here around the Mediterranean. Also a little, looks like a little point 0.8 there across California. What do you guys think of that fight tonight? I really don't talk about anything other than geology and earthquake stuff here on this channel, but I had to watch Iron Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul this evening, and man, goodness, a lot of buffering going on there with the Netflix platform. I watched all of the fights prior to Mike Tyson, all the other the three fights there, and to be honest, I'm going to be honest here. And by the way, congratulations there to Jake Paul. I was actually rooting for Mike Tyson. I watched him growing up, but it was a little slow for a big hype. The main event was way less than what I was expecting. I think a lot of people was expecting a lot more in terms of the fighting out there. I know Mike Tyson a little bit older, Jake Paul a youngster, but in all honesty, there was more hype than anything in the main event. But congratulations there to Jake Paul for the win there against Mike Tyson. At least Mike Tyson there was at least managed to get out there and do a little bit of boxing there against the youngster. All right, earthquake activity. Southern California lighting up out here across the area of the San Jacinto fault zone. That's going to be this fault system here on the Pacific side of the plate boundary. The plate boundary right here in the dark red line. That's a San Andreas fault. Nothing big coming in at the moment. Let's go over here to the 2.5 map and above, and we'll take a look at the west coast here, see what we've got in terms of somewhat larger than microquake movement. Today, so far, looks like the 3.8 here outside of the Long Valley super volcano. Actually, Long Valley sits up here, so this is going to be associated with fault structures here at the eastern edge of the Sierra Nevada mountains there, across the volcanic tablelands there. 3.8 near Round Valley earlier this afternoon. A couple earthquakes there in Nevada as well. But for Southern California, 2.5 and above. One earthquake here shaking the Malibu area. That fault system has been fairly active out here recently in the last couple months. Looks like that's starting to continue into the today period with a handful of earthquakes out there shaking the Malibu area. Nothing big out here for now. No unusual swarms. This is very typical here for the San Jacinto fault zone. Further up north, Northern California, absolutely quiet. Not a whole lot going on there through the Cascadia subduction zone for now. But let's just give a quick gander here at the tremor map, where we're looking at 43 epicenters here of tremor, southern end of the Cascadia. That's a significant drop from yesterday, where we've seen about 325 epicenters of tremor activity in this area. Pacific Northwest, a handful of earthquakes out there across the area, but really nothing of major concern. Out in the oil fields of Texas, well, quite a few earthquakes happening out there today around the Pleasanton area. There's big time oil fields out here. See if I can get through this. Goodness, it's just going to be one of those things. It's just a persistent cough. I'm actually very well. Nothing's been affected aside from my voice. So whoever's got that voodoo doll of me, please let me go. The chokehold is killing me here. About 14 earthquakes happening out there. Goodness, I'm going to pop in a cough drop here real quick. And that way I can at least finish my update video. It comes in waves. It's really weird. Let's see what happens. 14 earthquakes. The largest magnitude out here looks to be the 3.1 outside of the Pleasanton area. Again, big time oil fields happening out there in that area of the beautiful state of Texas. Oklahoma, about the same. Some earthquake activity out there. New Madrid seismic zone. We got one earthquake. Super early this morning, just after midnight. Little 2.2. All right. further out and about here across the Pacific. Latest earthquake, 4.6 here across the Fiji area. Still expecting some further adjustment here across this little bend area. It's been a zone of somewhat absent earthquake activity here. If we look at the last 30 days of earthquake movement here, a lot of deeper and shallow adjustment going on here across the plate boundary. Hopping over this area, roughly about Port Vila area northward along the plate boundary, seeing earthquake activity. So this little region here should eventually fill in. We'll watch for that overnight in terms of earthquake activity. Some deeper movement quakes there in the Tonga Trench, Fiji area. New Zealand, goodness, all this earthquake activity north and south of the region, but very minimal adjustment there across New Zealand. Couple deep earthquakes there, North Island, New Zealand area northward. See these rings here raised off the globe indicating some older activity. I do expect that to fill in, though. A lot of adjustment around the area, except for New Zealand. Izu Trench, super deep earthquake there. Getting some clustering going on there across the Philippines area. Nothing major going on there across Alaska, Hawaii area, seeing some movement out there, but really nothing of any major concern out there for now. Just some deeper earthquake activity events happening out there. Let's see what else we got here across the area. China area, actually that may be way up towards the Russia region. A 4-pointer up here. Mediterranean area actually looks quite more active than what it did this morning. Quite a few 2s and 3s stirring up here with the latest quake, a 3-pointer coming into the area of the, well, looks like it's outside of Italy. Let's see what we got going on over here. Maybe across the region of Albania or so for that latest quake. 4.2 early this morning. Most of the activity has been out here across the Turkey area, but noticing a little clustering going on there. It's been that way for actually a couple days, so things are stirring up out there for now. The Atlantic Ocean, a 5.2 out there in the giant rift zone. The big-time Atlantic rift out there. A lot of people, I mean, this area has been obviously rifting for many eons or so, and it's the maker, so to speak, of plate tectonics in a way. If you think about it, right, we learned this in school, how South America fits in here with the Africa area and the Aleutian area, Aleutian Trent, or the Appalachian Mountains there, and the northwestern part here of Africa here fit in with the North American continent. This thing has been going on for eons in terms of oceanic rift activity. But it does seem to stir up further movement. Whenever we get some further activity out here in the Atlantic, things tend to really pick up out there. So we'll watch this, a little 5.2. We haven't really had a lot of earthquake activity out here. Let me check the last 30 days. A handful of earthquakes there across the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Really not a whole lot, though. It's been fairly quiet here in the last couple months. But who knows? I mean, who knows when the next big, giant 8-pointer is going to happen out here. I think, we can pretty much mark any spot out here for some giant activity. California could be on the list. All I know is it's been about coming up on 3 years now, over 3 years since our last 8-pointer, and we should have seen one by now. So any day is pointing towards the big 8-pointer happening somewhere out here on this beautiful planet. Let's see what else we got here across the area. Really nothing major for now. The largest earthquake activity here in the last 24 hours is going to be this 5.5. That's not even really a big earthquake around the Ballini Islands area, well south here of New Zealand. So things moderate at best out here. Solar weather activity. Well, we are entering into that zone, not the twilight zone, but the quiet zone, so to speak here. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot less activity here in the coming days unless we get some newer development out here. Looks like, let's see what we got there, 3893. Hell, even since the morning update here, That's from this morning. It looks like the newest imagery shows some decaying with the sunspot. So it looks like this sunspot area will not be a threat. If anything, maybe this area of the sunspot region, the eastern area here of the sunspot, harbors a little bit of potential for some flaring, but I'm not expecting much here. Once this is off the western limb, things are going to get quiet in terms of the solar flare activity. I'll show you guys here on the far side watch. This is from today. This is the eastern limb. Sunspots moving here to the right. We'll see some of these areas pending they hold together here in the coming days. Although 38, this regional sunspot right here, used to be a fairly massive region, but as you can see here in the last couple days, it has dwindled down, so it looks like a decaying area. So I'm not really expecting much here from that far side group. Once it comes around the eastern limb here, we'll get a little bit better view and perspective of what's going on. But I think we're going to enter into a little quiet period here of lack of solar flares and lack of auroras. Now, we are earlier, it looks like earlier today, we've seen a little bit of amplification there for the solar wind stream and the aurora activity out there. That is just general solar wind stream flowing into the planet, mainly due to the BZ component of the interplanetary magnetic field, allowing the amplification there that we've seen today. It's been happening a lot, looks like, but it happens, right? The BZ component tilts south quite a bit there, allowing that solar amplification. But our magnetic field there is still quite strong. Nothing to worry about in terms of that depleting. Let's see what we got here. 3889 beta gamma delta. 3889. Well, that looks like it's that may have been a few days ago. But this does not look like anything of any noteworthy value. Definitely a split structure there, and not a whole lot going on. So I don't really necessarily agree with that being a significant sunspot. It's dying. It's decaying, folks. All right, let's take a look here at the Storm Prediction Center. My gosh, my voice, will it ever come back? Maybe I should change my name to the Earth Whisperer. Right? I could talk it like this. All my videos. That way, my voice never crackles. We probably don't want to do that. The Earth Whisperer? That's not a bad name here, but I want my voice back, man. I am tired of sounding like I've been screaming at the top of my lungs, which I really haven't. Severe weather going to be ramping up here across Texas, Oklahoma area, roughly about Sunday into Monday, this weekend, late weekend Sunday into the Monday time period. Got some severe weather ramping up here across the area, including on day 4. Okay, so kind of a significant deal. Texas knows how to produce the severe weather out there for Tuesday, Monday into Tuesday. We'll take a look at that as we get a little bit closer to that time period. Right now, things are a little on the calm side. As we put this map into motion here, there's that severe weather ramping up out of the blue, thanks to a low-pressure system there parked over the Texas area. Big-time rainmaker. So if you guys, it's crazy. Those guys get rain all year long, it seems like. You know, most of the time I thought in the springtime, thunderstorms out there, that's when their rainy season is. But Oklahoma, Texas, Nebraska, Kansas, they get rain any time of the year. Out here in California, we're lucky if we get our rain in the wintertime when we're supposed to get it. And it's been skippy. It's been very wimpy in terms of precipitation out here. So I'm a little bit worried about the weather and maybe drought conditions out here across California for this winter. Because I've only picked up, honestly, maybe a quarter of an inch of rain so far this rainy season. And November is technically one of our decent wet months here, and it's been very wimpy. the long range models here. You know, there's a number of systems here. It looks like coming in the California area. I hope and I pray that rings true there for California, because we need the rainfall out here. The precipitation, total accumulated precipitation runs out here a little skimpy around the Sacramento Valley. I call that the Sacramento Death Valley because it acts as a rain shadow. Well, it's not the valley's fault, right? It's the mountains to the west that wring out the moisture from these storms, and there's really nothing left to produce rainfall there in the Sacramento Valley, and then it reforms there over the eastern areas of California, Sierra Nevada mountains. Man, what a worse place to live for a weather guy, right? Right in the Sacramento gutter. Sacramento gutter. That's actually another good name for it. But Death Valley, Sacramento Valley, it's a rain shadow. But we have a little bit of rain here, but not much. It's very obvious here where the rain shadow is across California. You can see a little bit more prominent across this map here, and I wish I could erase that and fill it in with some darker colors up here. But I'm not in charge of this program that we call life. Oregon, Washington, just getting hammered with precipitation up there. Maybe I need to make a little life change here. Just make the jump and move to Oregon or Washington, because I'm a weather guy. You put me out here in the middle of a desert, no rain, I start going cuckoo. Maybe I don't know. Crazy. Anyway, all right. I'm going to get out of here before I get locked up there. Nothing going on there on the radar map for now. Let's see here. Anything going on here since I've been yakking away? 1.2 California. There's that little earthquake showing up there on the China Lake Station. I think that's at 1.2. But nothing big going on there for now, folks. We'll continue to watch for some elevated seismic activity uptick. Again, let me know. I don't talk about this a lot, but if you're watching this video here till the end, let me know what you guys think about tonight's fight. You know, Mike Tyson, an older guy, Jake Paul, younger guy, but it almost seemed like both of them were scared to jump in and really actually start fighting. It was out of all the four events tonight, it was the most boring event, and that was supposed to be the main event. In fact, there was a lot of boos coming from the crowd tonight due to the lack of entertainment that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson failed to produce out there. Those guys made so many millions of dollars for the fight, and Netflix, man, I had so much buffering going on here on my end and across, I guess across the world. Netflix was failing on their quality for providing, consistent quality to the viewers that were watching tonight's fight. But I think, they gave it. I don't think they gave it their all. I think they could have done better. I think Jake was being a little soft. Mike Tyson, they're a little wobbly, but of course he is an older guy. But hey, in the end, they showed respect there, and they made a lot of money. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts were on tonight's fight. We'll catch you guys back out here in the morning for the Saturday morning update. I'm hoping I'll be better. There's only so much you can do with a viral infection. This is not bacterial. So even if I were to go to the doctor, I have to keep up on my vitamin C, a bunch of other stuff here. And that's what I've been doing, but it's been consistent. I think tomorrow what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go all out here and probably exert myself. Basically push myself to my maximum exertion level and really get my body going and my lungs going, because I've been taking it easy. I haven't really been exercising or anything, so I think that's my issue. So I'm going to probably go outside tomorrow and run really get my heart rate up going, my lungs really breathing in, and see if I can't hack this up. It almost feels like I have super glue on the upper top of my lungs here. I can't hack anything up, although it's affecting my my voice, and occasionally I get these coughing fits out of the blue. It's so weird. But yeah, pretty crazy. All right, I'm out of here, folks. Have yourself a good Saturday night. If you didn't get a chance to, it's Friday night, it's not Saturday night, Friday night. If you didn't get a chance to check out the member drawing, go check it out. We picked out 2 winners. It's up on the channel. Congratulations to both of the winners out there. We'll catch you guys out here a little bit later. One earthquake there on the Garlock Fault Shear Zone. The latest quake. Nothing big going on out there for now. Just got to remember, elevated seismic activity has been noted out here across Southern California in the last couple months. Quiet periods are normal, but I still think we're in the potential range here of seeing some larger scale activity here soon. Have a good night, folks. We'll catch you guys back out here tomorrow for the Saturday morning update.